Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day it is for you. I'm Eva Marie Everson, the director of Florida Christian Writers Conference. And guess who's here?
It's me. I'm
Her.
Taryn Souders. I am the co-director of the Florida Christian Writers Conference.
Yeah, so we've got maybe this week and maybe next week that we're going to be putting out these videos, and then I'm going to be putting them out alone. How many weeks do you have before you go to Scotland?
Scotland. I leave on the 25th, and
Okay,
then I don't come back until September 6th or something like that. I think that's right. It's
a
the
good
6th.
trip. That's a good trip. Yeah,
Yeah,
not
it's like
not too
10
long
days.
away from home. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but what I'm loving about it is I was just looking at their weather yesterday, and
Mhm.
it's like in the 60s.
I know, great. I was there in September a couple of, well, 6 years ago now. I was going to say a couple of years ago, but now it's been 6 years ago, and the weather was just gorgeous. I mean, there's just nothing bad you can say about it. It was perfect. There, in Northern Ireland, Ireland, just absolutely glorious in the month of September. So, and I understand that it's like, you can get a lot of rain or
Yes,
you
and luckily
have
I
great
like
weather.
rain. Yeah, and I'm going to be doing school visits while I'm there, so I'm very excited.
Oh, that is absolutely wonderful. I hope they can understand your English.
That's my big concern. I do have a friend who's she's from Glasgow, and I have to really focus. Now, my school visit's not in Glasgow, it's in the Highlands. It's in a
Might
place
be
called
worse.
what?
It might be worse.
I know, well, I know. So I'm hoping. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine a Southern girl like me in Scotland trying to do something like that? Yeah, that was the funny thing when I went 6 years ago was I kept thinking, we are speaking the same language and I can't understand a word these people are saying.
Mhm.
So except one. There was one word that they seem to use a lot, and we will not repeat that word in this
I know
company.
the word you mean.
But you do know the word I mean, and it's like a conjunction with these people. It's like no big deal, right? And
It
I'm
really
like,
is
oh,
interesting how like certain words in certain countries are insults or some considered vulgar or whatever. Like, we say that the purse that you wear around your middle is a fanny pack here
right.
in the US. Well, you better not say that. I think it's Australia where that's
Oh,
considered like horribly rude.
oh no. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you have to get to know those customs a little bit. But I do know I was like, wow. I mean, of all the words that I understand, it's that one. I would have been fine not to have understood that word. So anyway, a couple of things that we want to talk about the conference because that, all these people who've come into this right now, they're not here to talk about the F bomb in Scotland. So, but you would probably want to know a few things about what's going on with the conference. Number one, I tell you, we are filling up fast. And as everyone knows, we do have some hotels, some Airbnbs, et cetera, in the area. We can, put you in touch with that. We are not full right now, but I'm just saying this, if you're on the fence, now is the time to make a decision. And remember, you can put a $300 deposit down that will hold your spot. And, I think the rest of it comes out the 1st of September.
That is correct. And it automatically comes out. You guys don't have to email us and ask us how to pay. It'll take it. Trust me, we've arranged it so that it happens.
Yes, yes. And we've actually arranged it so that we have as little work to do as possible.
Yeah.
But also, we have had several of you email us and say, what do I need to do about the rest of my deposit, the rest of my payment, because you're concerned that you're losing your spot. You are not. You have secured your spot at the conference. And we don't have to do anything, and you don't have to do anything. It's already going to be done. It's going to be done the 1st of September. It will just automatically come off of that credit card that you put in. Now, to help us out, if anything has happened with your credit card, and I happen to have that just recently, if anything's happened with that credit card, it's been compromised, you've been given a new number, please let us know at your earliest convenience by emailing us at floridacwc@aol.com. Florida is spelled out, cwc@aol.com. We want to talk about a couple of, well, maybe two or three people today. We want to talk about an editor that's coming in that we haven't really chatted about lately. We want to talk about a freelancer that's coming in that we haven't chatted about. And we'll even talk about an agent that we haven't talked about. So, and I know Taryn is probably panicking right now because we didn't go over that agent part, but I've got it covered. So let's talk about first the editor. Taryn, who we're going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about Tammy Clymer. She is a journalist. Well, she calls herself a recovering journalist. So she has a journalism background, but she actually specializes in fiction, Christian fiction, books for women, not necessarily by women. So if you're a guy and you've written a book, I don't know, for a historical
Like Dan
fiction,
Walsh. Yeah.
yeah. So hear what I'm saying. It's books that women would read, not necessarily books that women have written. So, she is with Cross River and Cross River Media Group, and we've had them before, and she's adorable. She is so
Yeah.
sweet, so nice to
Yeah.
talk to.
Yes.
She loves a nice cup of hot chocolate. What she is accepting is historical fiction, and that includes both ancient and biblical fiction. So don't just think something from the 1800s. You can go even further back.
Yeah.
Also accepting Christian living, and this is marriage, parenting, again, women's issues. So books women would read. If you have a fiction series, they are looking at accepting that. And they would consider speculative or supernatural fiction, but have your act together when it comes to that.
You got to be able to pitch it and pitch it good.
You got to pitch it and pitch it well. It needs to be complete. And I think that's something that we haven't actually talked about, Eva, that I'm just going to throw in real quick. If you're pitching a fiction novel, well, all novels are fiction. Let's address that issue right there.
Yeah.
If
Yellow
you,
John
you write novels, you write fiction. If you're pitching fiction, it does need to be complete. If you're pitching nonfiction, it's great if it's completed, but it's not necessarily a requirement if you have a really good proposal already put together. And
And that is for Tammy. That is for Cross River.
that is for Cross River. So they are not accepting devotions or memoirs or fiction that is not part of a series. They only want fiction that's part of a series. So please keep that in mind.
Yes, yes. So, and I'll tell you something else. If you're on Instagram, Facebook, etc., any of the social media, follow Cross River because they have some of the best memes I have ever seen. They are so inspirational. I don't know who handles it for them, but I wish I had I wish I had that person on my team because they're just so good. I love the Cross River. I love following Cross River. Okay, so the next person we want to talk about is in our freelance group, and that is Linda Taylor. Linda Taylor, I have known her for, well, I think I met her through email in 2018. But we did not meet face to face until just a couple of weeks ago when I was at Taylor University. Now, Taylor University, I don't think is named for her, but I just
What a great story.
yeah, she is Linda Taylor at Taylor University. That's not her email address, by the way. So I did meet her, but let me tell you what happened right before I met her, and I'm so excited about her being here. I mean, I've known for the longest time that she is absolutely brilliant. She is a wonderful person to have on faculty, just based on what I knew about her. But for those of you who don't know, and for those of you who do, I just recently completed all my necessary work to receive my bachelor's degree in biblical exposition, which I graduated from magna cum laude. And one of the things that we were required to do, and I've got the book right here. The book that we were required to do a lot of our work from was the Life Application Bible. Big, 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 big book. Lots of lots of exposition in here. And as you can see, I use it a lot. I've still got my tabs and everything here, but I was flipping this like 3 weeks ago, flipping it open to look for a particular, I was like, where are the maps? I was looking for something like that. And I came to the contributors, and just as I was about to flip the page, there it was, Linda Taylor, and it's her full name, Linda Chafee, which is I think how she pronounces her maiden name. Linda Chafee Taylor, and it was like all over this contribution page. So when I went up to Taylor to teach a couple of weeks ago, I asked her, I said, is there more than one of you? And she said, nope, that was her. So how exciting that she has that in her back pocket. But let me just tell you a little bit more about her. She is the director of the professional writing. I don't want to say track major. Track would be at a conference. Major at Taylor University, which I have actually taught there as an adjunct professor, hoping to do that again, not next year, but the following year. They put out some of the best in the professional writing world, and we have worked with them as or I have within different areas as interns, and then people just simply within the business, people who are going into editing and writing and just every area that you can think of in the professional writing world. She is a professor there. She has her, and just, I mean, the long list of things you can read about her, but one of the things is she has her MFA in creative writing. So if you will go to the website, not just her, but everyone, and check and see like who are these people that are coming, and who are the ones that I really want to meet with. Now we're going to talk about agents, and Taryn, if you'll just flip over real quick and just pull an agent out of your hat, like maybe Dan Balo, because he's never come before, and we're excited to have him.
Yes, we are so excited to have Dan. And honestly, his photo makes him look so friendly. Like, I
And
don't
he
think
is friendly.
you can't be intimidated by this guy. He's with the Steve Lobby Agency,
That's
which,
intimidating.
oh my gosh, yeah, that is probably one of the best agencies in Christian literary agencies. They are very well known, very well
Absolutely,
respected.
yes.
Yeah. So he has an amazing background. He's been with David C. Cook. He's been with Tyndall House Publishers. He's done over, I think they said 800 audiobooks. So
Wow.
he knows what he's talking about when it comes to, gosh, particularly audiobooks. If you have questions, ask him. But he is well saturated in this field.
I like that word. Well saturated.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
One should saturate themselves in their field.
Yes.
Oddly enough, well, not oddly enough, maybe ironically enough, he's also from Wheaton, Illinois. So he's kind of in that Midwest area. We've got Taylor, we got Wheaton. They're both kind of in that
Yeah.
area.
But there,
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
he represents fiction. I'm sorry, cancel that. He represents nonfiction,
Oh,
nonfiction, and some books for children. So that's something you'll want to look into. Again, nonfiction and some books for kids. He does not represent fiction at all. That's not his wheelhouse. That's not where his contacts are. And if you're
mhm.
ever curious, well, why does an agent represent one genre and not another? Oftentimes it's because they establish relationships with publishers and editors at certain houses. And those relationships, that is what gets your manuscript through the
Yep.
door. If they don't have a relationship with someone who does YA fiction or middle grade fiction or adult fiction, your chances aren't as good as someone
Yeah.
who has established connections. So that's one of the reasons why.
And Lynette Eason is also coming. She is also with the Steve Lobby Agency, and she does represent fiction, and she represents it very well. Obviously, she is a best-selling Christian fiction author of suspense, and I think she's hit like the over million in
Yeah,
sales.
yeah.
So yeah, we congratulated her a couple of years ago on that. Okay, so here's the next thing we want to talk about very quickly. For those of you who missed it early on, we are offering a one sheet class. And if you don't know what a one sheet is, that is that one piece of paper, that one sheet of paper that front and back will tell an editor or an agent or a freelancer more about you, more about your project, etc. Now, what goes on that? That's what we're going to be teaching. And it's free. So you can, and all you have to do is you zoom in. It's on September the 18th. We're going to open the doors at 6:45 Eastern time. We're going to start the one sheet class or workshop, if you will, at 7. It is going to be led by Kathy Bruins, who definitely knows what she's talking about when it comes to this. And hello, we have
And
a
there's
cat.
Mordecai.
There's Mordecai. And so if you want to be a part of that, email us at floridacwc at AOL.com. We'll also have more about that in the newsletter. And last but not least, this year, and I believe we did this last year as well, but I could be completely wrong. It could have been at another conference. We are going to have a bring one, take one table. So it'll be like right when you walk in, just down the hall somewhere. There's, as you're going down that first hallway, there's 2 or 3 hallways that you go down along the way in our area of Lake Yale. But we'll have a table there. It will be marked by bring one, take one. In other words, if you've got a book or 2 books or 3 books that you've read and you think somebody else would enjoy the book, bring it. And then see if you see a book that you would like to take with you, take it. So great way to clean out
Yes.
your bookshelves. Yes,
It's
yes.
our version of a free little library.
That's right. That is exactly right. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Can you think
I,
of anything else? Oh, I
oh,
do. You
yes,
know.
I do.
Yes.
You want me
Yes.
to remind you, or you want
Sure. Go ahead. You say it.
you were going to say something about scholarships and that
Yes.
notices have gone out.
Yes, they have all the notices have gone out. If you think you might have gotten a scholarship, but you didn't hear from us because everybody would have heard from us, email me at floridacwc at AOL.com and say, I didn't get anything. But check your spam first because it may have gone into your spam. But I mean, it's fun. Gave away a lot of money this past weekend. So gave away a
Right.
lot of opportunity. And Mordecai he's so excited about those of
Yes.
you who receive some, yeah, look at that face, receive some financial help toward your attending Florida Christian Writers Conference. Honestly, we wish we could do more. But, we had a lot of people who asked and we gave away everything we got. So, all right. We will see you again next week. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, productive week and a safe one as well. See you next time. Say bye, Mordecai.